California, it's the Grievance-it podcast with the Grievance Guys.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Grievance-it podcast. As always, I'm Eric Kamara, your host, with my good friend Wendell Peters. Well, today I think we're going to put aside the usual format and talk about something again that's serious like we did the other day, and that's people who are, what's it called now, food insecure.
Correct.
No more starving people, we're just food insecure.
Right.
I guess that makes it sound better.
Right. Like there's possibility.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think it's
really insecure.
But what I think it does, it takes away the importance, because when you say someone's food insecure, you know, it doesn't sound as dramatic as starving. We got no food on the shelves.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, but anyway, so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. We're going to give you some ideas on how to get some resources,
right,
some phone numbers.
Yep.
And I think it's something that's really important.
Something just in case.
Something just in case. So first off, as everybody knows, government shutdown. And it looks like EBT food stamps are going to run out by like the end of the month, October. Right. At the end of October. So November 1st, anybody receiving them probably won't get them. There'll be a delay. I know you know about that too.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not just an inconvenience for a lot of families. It's a difference between, you know, dinner on the table and an empty fridge. And I actually have a personal experience with the market that I'm, you know, the farmers market that I'm involved.
Yep.
So many people, I was stunned, unfortunately, by the amount of people that come to the farmers market to get green groceries, and they use SNAP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like California has that program where they actually, like for families, they give extra because so then they can go to the farmers markets, get fresh food and stuff like that. Yeah, because you know everybody's there's a myth about people that use food stamps. So they'll see someone who's kind of heavy, and they'll say, "Oh man, well, obviously they eat enough. I mean, look at the size of that person."
Yeah.
But you know why they're that size? It's because it's the only food that they can afford is all the crappy food.
Dollar store,
exactly.
You know,
so
I mean, you know, and you know what? And the tragedy is it also feeds to addictions such as sugar.
Yep.
Sugar. And I'm not going to bang that drum, but I mean,
no, but it's true. I mean, the kids grow up heavy. You know, I don't want to say fat.
I'm getting cereal for little Johnny.
Yeah.
But it's crystal.
Yeah.
It's like crystal. You know. So little Johnny's like ballooning.
Yeah.
You know, at 5 years of age. But anyway.
But that's also what we know too. Is like you know, people say, well, you know, you get fresh fruit or fresh vegetables.
Right.
Of course, way healthier than a canned vegetable.
Absolutely.
But the price is just so overwhelming. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
And I think now, I know we talk about tariffs all the time. I don't know exactly what's going on with food. I'll be honest, I haven't really looked at that end of it. But if we're importing anything, like Mexico, we get a lot of fruits and vegetables from Mexico.
Correct.
They're going to be tariffed, man.
Yeah.
And they're going to be extra.
I mean, that food comes from all down the South American world. I mean, you see it all the time. You know, it's all and the Caribbean, right. And so those things, you know, it always fascinates me how they get those things in. You're what kind of jet airplane?
You get them in when they're still good,
you know. And
But I think now that supply chain is going to be all but ruined now. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work out at the end.
Yeah.
So anyway,
back to empty fridge. You know, there's so many. I mean, it's spooky because that's just another side note. I mean, when social services, you know, child protective services, roll up on a family based upon some report or something of abuse or whatever, what they're looking for is the fridge.
The fridge to see how these kids are being taken care of.
You can have 20 people in a one room. It's okay as long as it's
food,
tidy, there's food, heat, you know, etc. Okay, so
and here's the other deal too. You know, we're not going into this in July, let's say, you know, where it's summertime.
Right.
Again, like you just said, the heat is important, right? So now now that these funds are going to be stopped, people have to make choices of the electric bill or food.
Right.
The heating bill, you know, okay, that's electric too, or even, you know, anything. You have to make a choice now.
Right.
You know, and I know people are going to choose food, but they're probably not going to put, you know, they're probably going to get a lot less so that they can balance everything else.
Yeah.
You know?
I am stunned by the stories I'm hearing about, I mean, teachers.
Yeah.
Teachers that don't, you know, they're choosing between food and supplies for the class.
I was just going to say, no. I mean, that's true though. I mean, the choice is there for them too, and some of them don't even have kids.
No,
and they're making the choice to take care of the kids because of what's falling short on everything else we're supposed to get.
Because they're educators, which that'll be a story someday, but that'll be on our other deal.
Yeah,
so, anyway,
we'll definitely go into that.
So here we are. We're back to
here's the other thing.
Empty fridge, man.
Yeah, empty fridge, and not just going into the winter months, but going into the holidays.
Yep.
You know, the November food stamps for a lot of people, that was the turkey at Thanksgiving. That was the fixins, you know. Now they're going to be questioning if they can get that. But, like I said, we'll have some resources that they can get to.
Yeah.
And I know it won't be exactly probably everything everybody needs, but at least be something, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's being stretched thin right now. Some people don't get a paycheck. Others are going paycheck to paycheck. And the kids' nutrition, it's important.
Yeah.
And they got to make choices of rent. They got to make choices of food. They got to make choices of heat. And everything gets messed up now because of what's just happened.
Yeah. So let's focus on what people can do right now, okay, if this happens.
Right.
Okay, we're not saying it's happening,
No,
there are some immediate resources out there because all it takes is a stutter step to put these systems into chaos.
So the first one is we got food banks. Now, in California, so what happened was I read a story the other day that because of the shutdown that the administration has stopped food from going to the food banks. And they already had, I think it was like 24 million tons or whatever it was, or pounds of food that just rotted away now, all over congressional issues, and not to the fault of the person that needs this help.
Yep.
You know, and so, but again, California has taken the National Guard. They put them into the food banks to get this mission going so that we can make sure that we have, enough food, enough people to distribute it. You know, that's the use of I gotta say, that's the better use of a National Guard than what it was being used for before.
Yep.
You know, because that's what they're supposed to do, either protect us or help us, not be against us.
Yep.
So again, we got food banks that you can go to. And,
and then, we have, and don't forget your 211 services. You can literally just call 211 from your phone or someone else's phone, or go to 211.org, and they will connect you to help for food, housing, utilities, the whole deal, okay? And you're going to be on hold. Yep.
And in a lot of cases, too, I've seen that a lot of those phone numbers go busy, and they're never not busy. Not because it's been on hold. Some of those numbers get shut down.
Yeah.
You know, there's some programs that actually will deliver to your house as far as business-wise, but the government has also deliveries from the food banks that'll help you out.
Okay.
So those are private citizens.
So we got the policy side. Some states might have their own funds to fill temporary gaps in these SNAP or WIC benefits if there's a delay.
And the USDA, they have funds set aside that they can use. But again, we're in such a mess in the government right now, where everybody trying to hold off and show everybody else up. They're not worried about us. You know, so the USDA, that might be a hard to sell because of what's going on.
Because they were released.
The government shut down. They released everything the month before they were due, because of the fact that they knew the money wouldn't be there.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about applying or recertifying for SNAP, WIC, whatever, do not wait, do not pause, don't assume, get active. Because once again, a lot of this has to do with you have responsibilities, okay?
Yeah. And
it isn't just going to fall from the sky.
No, and there's going to be WIC also that will be shut down along with the food stamps. And as I think we talked about, they've helped 6.7 million people, families. WIC is mostly for infants. You know, that's their milk and everything else, protein.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be gone also.
Yeah. So a few quick takeaways for everyone listening.
211, right? Call there. Call your food banks. Go to your food banks. This delay won't be permanent. You know, don't get scared. It's not going to be forever, and you will eventually get your EBT SNAP benefits. But again, until they figure something out, they're going to be on hold.
Yeah. So I mean, again, bottom line, if you or someone you know relies on these benefits, SNAP, WIC, stay proactive, like I've been saying, stay informed, and use the community resources out there, and they're out there. Nobody should go hungry because of government red tape.
Yeah, and don't be afraid. Again, you know, they make you feel bad for getting help. You can't feel bad.
No,
you need the help.
Especially if you got kids.
If you got kids, you know, don't wait. And again, stay proactive. Make sure you pay attention to the news. Call your local food banks. There's someone you can always get a hold of. If you can't get a hold of someone right away, you got to keep calling. It's important.
Yeah. I mean, and I can't hammer this thing enough. It's we've mentioned it already. Proactive. Take responsibility. Again, especially if you have children. There are so many. I mean, here in California, what I can say is this: the goodness, the milk of human kindness is replete. And hey, we might get lucky, Eric. We might get lucky, and one of those 1% might kick down some coins.
Oh, that would be real.
I mean, and there'll be turkey for everybody.
They'll say, hey, since I saved $3 billion on my taxes this year, because of the big beautiful bill, maybe I can give $1 million to help out this food bank. But hopefully California will do what other, like Nevada the last time, they're the ones that they put their funds in. They had emergency funds for EBT. They actually did it, and it was a Republican state. There was a couple other ones that actually did it also. So hopefully, maybe, I don't know what the situation is in California. Being the 5th largest economy in the world, I think we should be able to help people that need the help and not go without their
you can see that our governor, is stepping up.
Yes.
Using the National Guard again for national purposes.
Yes.
National purposes.
To help the citizens.
And not Kent State again. Okay? And so...
and then also, too, it won't hurt to call your congressman, too, and let them know how bad it is for you.
Yeah.
That always helps. I know people think, they're not going to listen. Well, like we've proven before, enough people get together, they have to listen.
Well, yes, it's Grievance-it.com.
Yeah, we go to Grievance-it.
Specifically for that, for the voice, for the community. I'm begging you, please, make your voice heard, because I promise you, one voice times one voice time one voice, will, this is no happy ass shit. And
you know what else we'll do too? If you're having problems with your EBT getting food, please go to Grievance-it.com and drop us a note and let us know.
Right.
Maybe we can help you. Maybe we can get you in touch with some resources in that area, because I will go out of my way to do that. If I got grievances on there, it doesn't have to be bad against a company. It could be something that is your grievance. Anything. If you're having a problem getting EBT, if you're having problems at stores that won't honor vouchers that you have that are perfectly legal, whatever it may be, or if you just want to ask questions and get answers, Grievance-it.com. Go there. You can go into the file section with the grievance. It doesn't have to be a spiteful grievance. You can just say, I just need help. Is there any other resources? And I promise you, within the day, I will get back to you and I will have a list for you. So again, go to Grievance-it.com. If you're having issues, if your neighbors are having issues, we're not here to burn businesses. We're here to help consumers. And that will be one of our priorities. So again, Grievance-it.com. There's one resource. 211 is another resource. I know it's going to be busy. I know it's going to be hard to get through, or you'll be on hold for a while. It's worth it.
Yep.
Everything that you're getting is because you deserve it, not because that you're weak and other. No, you deserve the help if you need the help. You have a family, you have a kids. That's your priority.
Right.
No kid should go hungry in the United States of America, even though we know they do a lot.
And in spite of what they want, if you can get some fresh broccoli down their gullet, yay. Okay, that's the real deal. If you can do anything that is not in a can, okay, just. Please, for these kids.
Go to the farmers markets, and I bet you, when this stuff goes down, if we don't, if the people aren't getting their EBT benefits, I'm sure these markets will work with people, because they are caring, empathetic people that run these things. They will help, I'm sure. And if you want to make sure first, give us a call, or give us fill out the grievance. We'll make the calls for you. We'll be here for that too. We're not just here to burn somebody. We're here to help the consumer. That's our one main goal, is consumers, and this is all part of that.
Because the county that I presently exist in has a gentleman, a powerhouse, who got a grant specifically to unite the small green man, the small farmer, with the population. All right, okay, and so there's plenty of resources in this moment.
And how about this? If you don't want to fill out a grievance, you can go on there. There's a phone number on there. You call that phone number, I promise you'll get an answer, and you'll get answers to whatever your questions are. And if we don't know the answer, we will get back to you with a solid answer. Nobody should starve in the United States or America. Nobody should be sitting in fear that they're gonna starve eventually. It's not gonna happen. We're here for you. Grievance-it.com. The phone number's on the website. Questions, if you got complaints about what your local place is doing or not doing, people won't honor coupons or whatever it may be, give us a call. We're here to help, especially before the holidays. We don't want to see kids go without food or without things that they should need, or choices be made that you give them less of something else to make sure that, no, it shouldn't happen in America. No freaking way.
Yep.
So again, you got anything else to put onto that?
No.
Okay, so I know this was quick and to the point, so Grievance-it.com is one place. You can go to the government websites on food pantries. They'll give you locations. You can call 211, and if you can't get through to that number, give us a call and let us know. Maybe we can help with that also and move things along, because we'll be out there and we'll be a voice for you if you can't be your own voice. So again, we'll see you in a week. Pay attention. If anything else happens before then, we'll come out with another video. Be aware, be educated, make phone calls. Just don't just sit and let things happen, because then nothing will happen good.
That's correct.
So, okay, we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, and remember, grievance it.